Hey everybody, it's Joy Packard. It's a Thursday evening, almost a Friday, 11:33 p.m. It's pretty late, but I just wanted to get on here as I am winding down for the day, and just thinking about the events of the day, and had a wonderful time today. We went to the Galveston Beach today. Those of you who know where that is, it's right here, 45 minutes from Houston. So it's wonderful. We had a very relaxing, fun day with some friends in town. And so I wanted to share with you, I'm not sure what time you start winding down, getting ready for, the evening for your sleep and all that kind of stuff. But wanted to share with you a few things that could help you in your nightly routine. And also, if you have your own, you can post it below, some comments to help out with that. And, what are some of the things that you can do? And, every night I go through this, and I'm sure that you have things that you do as well. And so I wanted to share some things. A lot of times when we start heading to sleep, we have all of the things that are happening in our mind, in our day. We're kind of going through our day and trying to figure out what went wrong. And sometimes there's some things that really bother us, right? That are negative emotions. And so as we are going to sleep and heading to bed, it's a good thing to think about those things that may have been not a very good thing in your day, and lock those away. One of the things that I imagine is like this little box, like a chest, like a small chest, I guess, and taking those thoughts that may not set well with you as you sleep, and putting it in that box and locking it away and throwing it away for the night. A lot of us have a hard time sleeping. And one of the things that I guess stops us from doing that is when we have those thoughts that are still going through our mind, that are still, racing through, and we're already thinking of the next day. We're already thinking of all the things that we have to do. And so what are some things that we can do to help, in the evenings when we are laying down, right? Or about to lay down. I'm not sure about you, but I usually like to kind of wind down before I just hit the sack. I like to, I start my day with a gratitude journal, and then I end it with such. And so you can kind of see how your day started, and then you can see how your day is ending, right? And you can put the things, to end your day with gratitude is so wonderful. So as you begin your day with gratitude, you go through and you're giving yourself that gift of, feeling grateful. And then as you go down to sleep at night, the 5-minute journal, you can write down the things of what made your day wonderful, right? So that when you're going to sleep, you are going to sleep with these wonderful thoughts. And so I just wrote down a few of these things that, that I read each night, that I do. And one of the things that really helps me is to maybe, I definitely start planning my day, the night before. I'm not sure about you, but I like to kind of write my thoughts down of, the things like, let me see here, like I will take my list, I'm looking at it, and I will have my list of the things that I wanted to accomplish that day. And then I will go through and find out and say, okay, these are the things that I did do, awesome. And these are the things that I didn't quite get to, but I want to, and I want to get this done. I'm going to put it to the next day, right? You just scooch it over, and you just move over your goals, your different tasks that you have to do, and not beat yourself up if you don't quite get to all of your tasks. It's okay to move it over to the next day, right? So plan the next day. That's one thing you can do before you go to bed. You can reflect. You can do a lot of reflecting. I do a lot of meditating. Meditating is wonderful to do in the morning, in the evening, during the day, whenever you want, really. I mean, it's really, really awesome to be able to do that. So that's the second thing I do. Number 3, we talked about at the beginning where we wanted to get rid of some of the negativity and the negative thoughts that may have gone through our day. And so one way that you can do this, hi Sinead, how you doing, is to think of, or to do one thing that you love before you go to bed. Maybe it's to read. Maybe it's to, listen to your favorite song. Maybe it's to get in your sauna. Maybe it's to get in your massage chair. Whatever it is that you love to do, to kind of wind you down, do one thing or more. But, we're tired by the end of the day, but we can do like one thing at the end of the day to help us with that. So if you do that, then it helps with the negativity to, excuse that out. So, we talked about helping us to not go to bed with negative thoughts, talked about, staying grateful and moving and planning our day for the next day. What are some things that we can do the night before? For those of us who like to work out in the morning, I've been trying to do that. I haven't been as consistent because I was out of town, but a lot of, like tomorrow, if I want to cycle, I have a new cycling bike. So what do I need to do? You can set your things out for tomorrow. I can put my shoes, by the bike. I can get my clothes ready so that when I wake up, I have everything ready. So you're planning ahead. These are some of the things that you can do ahead of time. So a lot of times at night before I go to sleep, when I have my journal, I have my little notebook, my little, whatever you have, a composition book, you might have your goal book, whatever it is. It's a good time to reflect and see. How you doing, Shireen? How's it going? What's the secret? And so basically, writing down our intentions for the next day is another good thing that we can do at night as well. And so, writing down our goals, setting things out for tomorrow that we want to do, whether it's to work out, whether it's to, when I wake up, I want to get my goals, my goals written out. So maybe you can set out your journal. Maybe you can put it beside your bed and say, this is what I'm going to do tomorrow. Or maybe it's that you're writing a song. Maybe it's that you're practicing an instrument. Whatever it is that you're wanting to do, you can set it out for the next morning so that you can do it. If it's to work out, have your tennis shoes, have your workout clothes ready, have it there so that whenever you wake up, this is what I'm going to be doing tomorrow, right? All right, so what else? I have written some of these down. Les Brown, many of us know who Les Brown is. He has an awesome quote: review your goals twice every day in order to be focused on achieving them. And in order to do that, we start off our day, we talked about the gratitude journal, but you can also go to bed right before you go to sleep. Read your goals. Read them out loud. There's something about being vocal. There's something about we have it in our mind, we have it on paper, and to voice that opinion, to actually hear yourself say it. They say that there's something to be said about that. Brian Tracy, he believes in the same thing. He says, you become what you think about most of the time. You achieve what you think about most of the time. So even in your sleep, train your mind to think of the things that you want to become. Thinking is free, so don't limit yourself. It's almost kind of like it takes as much time right now as I'm thinking about it to think about a small goal or a big goal, right? So if it takes the same amount of energy, why not think big? Don't limit yourself and say, I'm only going to be doing this much or whatever. You may as well do. It's almost like it takes, they say it takes more muscles to frown than it does to smile. I don't know why I thought of that, but I was just thinking we were talking about, our goals and how much time it takes and everything like that. So as you are sleeping, as you're resting, and if you put those affirmations that are in, what you're saying, I am this, anything that you put after I am. I was, we did a lot of that this past weekend at my women's retreat. I am beautiful. I am amazing. I am going to be this, or whatever it is that you fill in the blank. Can you imagine if you do this in the morning when you wake up and in the evening when you go to sleep, when you're things that you're going to be doing? And so a moment of reflection and prayer. I know that we have something that we do. What good have I done today? I always ask myself that when I reflect throughout my day. What have I done today that was good? Whether it was to smile at somebody, to help somebody, it's a great question to ask ourselves. And if you know that every night that you're going to ask yourself that, it just helps you to set your mood for the night, right? Setting aside for moments of thinking of what did I do good today? You know, maybe like I say, it was helping a woman across the street, maybe giving money to the homeless or giving a meal to the homeless or whatever it is. And so to be reminded of the things that you are thinking about and being thankful for the day that you just had, it just helps you to be able to go to sleep. Okay. And so my husband's calling, so I need to catch this, but one more thing before I let you go. For those of you who have a hard time sleeping, I want you to try something tonight. I want you to tell yourself that you, like, if you're saying like, I can't sleep very much and I'm going to wake up and I'm a terrible sleeper, whatever. I want you to try something tonight and change that around and say, I am the best sleeper in the world, or something like that, or I am going to be getting the best sleep tonight. I'm going to have a good night's rest. And I want you to see if that helps you the next morning. I started trying this, you know, whenever at nighttime, I have so many things that are racing through my brain, right? There's many things that I'm thinking about. And as we are thinking about those things, it's really hard to settle our mind. And so, you know, the meditation that we talked about, all of these different things and settling in for the evening will help you. And so, just to close on that, basically, I'm going to read you this little thing that came up on here that I said earlier. To be reminded that there are things to be thankful for the day you just had. That's what we were talking about. To appreciate that you arrived safely at home is a simple blessing. Enjoy the sweet atmosphere of your room. I love being able to do that. To know that you have a chance to enjoy the comfort that you have that other people are longing for. You know, I was in, was it Austin? I can't remember where I was. And I was traveling. I've been doing a lot of traveling lately. And I was at a stoplight, and underneath this bridge of this highway was an area of homeless people. And it, you know, I have a special place in my heart for homeless people. And it just made me, you know, really sad, because I know people can blame and say, you know, oh, they put themselves there or whatever. But I want you to think for a moment how thankful we are and how thankful we should be for the things that we have. Because we're completely blessed. You know, we have so much to be thankful for. And so as we think about those things at night, you know, we think about all of those things that can remind us of that. That helps us to rest our mind. It helps us to, you know, be able to sleep better. So these are some of the things that, you know, I do, mixed in with some things that are great recommendations for you to do in the evening. And so I would love, you know, if you had comments of anything that you do to help with that as well. And so let me see if there's anything else that I wanted to share with you. Hi, Johnny. How you doing? And so another thing, one more thing too, is like they talk about unleashing your imagination, you know, really thinking about, and this kind of went hand in hand with what we were talking about earlier, to not limit yourself to what you're trying to accomplish. You know, I have so much, you know, that I want to do. I have so many dreams, so many different things that I want to be doing. It's like, don't limit yourself, right? And right before you sleep, and as you go through everything that we just talked about and winding yourself down, you know, setting your things out for the day, going over your goals, eliminating the things that you're doing, as you're doing these things, then it really helps you after you know, get through to a state to where you're about to sleep, to think about the possibilities that you want to be doing. Like right before you sleep is a great time to reflect on your goals, your dreams, all of the things that you want to accomplish for the next day. And so one last thing before I have to answer the phone is I really want you to think about, if I know at the end of the day that I have to think about my day and what good did I do and what goals did I accomplish for that day, you know, what are some of the things that I wrote down and did I get them done? Because, you know, there's something about visually seeing what you write down, you know, like today, like I know for me, like I'll do my 5-minute journal, right? And I'll write down the things that I want to do. And throughout the day, I will review those and say, oh yeah, you know, these are some of the things that I wanted to accomplish. Knowing in my head that before I sleep, and I'm sharing this routine with you, that I would have to review my day to try and remember the things that I did good that day. It just pushes you to accomplish those things. And it's wonderful. It's a wonderful feeling to wake up that way. And it's a wonderful feeling to go to sleep that way. Like right before you go to sleep, to review your day. It does something to your vibration of your body. It does something to, you know, just helping you to be put in a better state so that you can rest. So I encourage you, take all those thoughts, take all those negative thoughts, take all those worries and all the things that you think, the next bill that you have to pay, and to try to not go to bed like that. I want you to think of that little chest of, you know, that box that I talked about, and put all your thoughts in there, all of your worries and all of your, what I have to be doing tomorrow in this box, lock and key, and for the evening, throw it in the corner. You can pick it up again tomorrow. But it just, I know that sounds like a weird visual, but it really works. You try it. You know, that I read something somewhere about that, to where, you know, putting all your thoughts in that box, locking it and throwing it away, that visual really can help you. So I had a wonderful day today. We have some awesome friends in town. We went to the beach. You know, many of you know I love the beach, and it's just so relaxing to me. So as I'm reviewing my day, I'm thinking of that. So anyway, those of you who don't know, I have a podcast. It's called Joy Reveals. It's on iTunes, on your iPhone, or if you have an Android, it is on the Stitcher app. So I would love if you would go there, download some of the episodes, leave a review. And I hope that this has helped you in some way to help you to sleep better, and to help you to think about all of these different steps that went hand in hand, you know, with the meditation, with writing down your goals and becoming better at everything that you're doing. And so, Angela, let's see, meditation and journaling has helped me so much. Has taken off and helped me reflect a lot. That's so awesome. That makes me so happy to hear that. I know some of you, you know, think meditation, like I know when I first got into meditation, I'm like, how is that going to help me, you know? But I tell you to give it a try. If you don't know how to meditate, start with YouTube, and just start with like 5 minutes, increase it to 10, you know, ultimately try to do 30, even 40 minutes. That's long meditations. But ever since I started meditating, it's like, it's helped my life and helped my whole everything become better. It just puts your mind in a state where you are able to receive more. And so that is awesome to be able to, you know, that is a great gift. And so, yeah, my mind is busy too, Angela, you know that. And so if I'm able to meditate and sit still, I think anybody can. And so I challenge you guys to do that. I challenge you guys to, I guess, be still for a little bit, you know, and be receiving, and know that, you know, as you do these things, that it opens up your heart, it opens up your mind to receive direction and what you're supposed to be doing and such. So here it is, almost midnight. I'm so tired, but I had a wonderful day. And every time I have a thought in my mind that I think could help you, I love to share it. So I hope this has helped you. I hope this is going to help you to sleep better. Remember, before you sleep, those of you who have a hard time sleeping, tell yourself, I am a great sleeper. I'm going to have the best night's sleep tonight. And see what that does, because what it does is it just tells your mind, tells yourself, you know, it tells yourself and your subconscious that that's going to happen. And so it's a pretty awesome technique. So challenge you to try that. So you guys take care. I hope you guys have an amazing sleep, meditation, and all the stuff we talked about. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.